So for those that are looking for a turkey update, we got the turkeys outside on the land. They're pecking away, and actually today's the first day we open the corral door. So they're having more and more space. They're fenced in. So every day we'll give them a little more space. We'll move them to fresh ground. And from here they'll start growing and growing and growing. We had one today get pecked and it was bleeding a bit. So we separated him from the pack. Turkeys can get a little bit competitive with one another. So we realized let's give them all a little more space so they can spread their wings and do their things. Spread their wings and do their things. So that's what we're doing. So turkeys, for those that don't know, they are a lot of fun, but they're also a lot of work. So the turkeys take up a huge amount of time. Actually, poultry in general takes up a lot of time. These are empty for another couple days, and then we're gonna bring some of our chicks outside. But poultry in general is a lot of work. The egg layers are probably the least amount of work because they just run around in free range and all that. But even then, in the winter, you got to give them their water, and it becomes a little bit of a pain in the neck. But ultimately, when we have the chickens out, we have the turkeys, we get less and less done because they take, again, a lot of time. They drink a lot of water, and the bigger these turkeys get, the more water they drink, the more feed they eat. And at the same time, we are on a timeline with the turkeys, which makes them even more challenging. We have Thanksgiving. That's when they're due. That's when people want them. That's when people need them. That's when people expect them. So the holiday is riding on us. And because of that, we feel a little bit of pressure to A, keep these suckers alive, and B, to grow them really nice because they're going to be the centerpiece of people's tables. So we have about 15 of these left. So if you're interested, you can go to wearefreedomfarms.com, put your deposit down, and get yourself and your family a pasture raised bird. And again, a lot of work, but a lot of reward. Last year, I know at the end of the season, we were like, are we going to do turkeys again? Are we going to do this again? It was so much freaking work. But ultimately, when the customers came to pick up their turkeys, we said, yeah, we'll do it again. And then when we started to get the feedback on how great the birds tasted because they were pasture raised, again, they spend their whole time and we just move them and they're going to move throughout the orchard. We got the feedback from customers about how great the birds tasted relative to the disgusting butterball bird that most have been used to through the years, or the sale bird, that they get at their local grocery store for $1.50 a pound. I still don't know how they raise birds for that price. But people started to realize the difference between getting a pastured bird versus, say, a commercial bird that's raised in a big facility where the bird never gets outside. So, it's also a sad day when you have to process the turkeys because they spend 16 weeks or less on your farm, but you spend a lot of time with them in those 16 weeks. So I know Lauren had a breakdown last year around turkey time. She had to leave that day. She couldn't watch. So, but we use this fence. We actually don't have electricity on it because we locked that door in a little while, but there's no electricity on the fence right now. We do have a solar unit that we use here and there, but we really haven't had to use it yet. I mean, I say that because it's like, yeah, well, when do you know you have to use it? When it's too late? But we haven't had to use it, so we're happy about that. But the other thing is, like, tonight, it's August. It's gonna be 48 degrees up here tonight. So already that fall chill is starting to set in. So we got the heat lamps in there. This is fully covered with a tarp. So believe it or not, those birds generate a good amount of heat, and there's 100 of them in there. So, the good thing about having 100 of them together is they generate a lot of heat. And, they become their own heat source along with the lamp. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. So turkeys have a lot of life. Actually, every part of the farm has its own character. For the most part, the turkeys bring their own unique feeling in life. The chickens, they do their thing. The rooster crows in the morning. You know, we didn't think that was real when we first got up here, and then all of a sudden we're like, we got these roosters, and like 6 weeks goes by and we're like, man, they're not even crowing. And then 3 months goes by and we start to hear a little something, and then 6 months later we start to hear that. And every morning it wakes you up, and it's sort of the call of the country that says, okay folks, time to wake up and get things going. But nice moon tonight. And you know, so anyway, every part of the farm is unique. Every part of the farm provides a different energy. The pigs have their energy, the goats have an amazing energy, the cows have an energy. And it reminds me when we first bought the farm, there was nothing here. Like, there was nothing here in terms of animals. We didn't have any animals. So here's a couple apples. Throw these to across the street to the cows. But yeah, there was nothing here, and it was like we had all this land and we had nothing on it, right? It was like, wow, I think we should do something a little bit different here. And we did. We started to bring in cows. The first group of 13 cows we brought in came from a guy that was moving out to Wyoming. Then the next group came from a guy a few towns over, a couple Herefords. And then we added a few more and a few more and a few more, and then the cows were built. And then my in-laws were up here, and I saw that this guy and his wife were selling a bunch of pigs. So I said, well, we're gonna go check out some pigs. And you know, again, you got Long Island people, city folk, going to check out pigs in some guy's backyard where he's got skulls on the trees. That was an episode of its own, by the way. Like, that could have been big time television. City folk, Long Island folk, going to a country guy's house and getting their mind blown by what they're seeing. But anyway, we'll do that in the morning. But yeah, then we started adding the pigs, and then we said, well, let's get some chickens too, because you know, the egg shortage that was going on and the egg price and all that. Let's get some eggs, some egg laying chickens. So I walked in the store, got 50 chickens, figured we'd start there. That's a good number. And then we got 2 dogs, because we said there should be dogs running around here. So we got Gunner and Bullet. And then we just kept going. We just kept going. It's one of those things. We just kept adding. Then we added goats, and then we added 2 sheep, and then we started adding the turkeys. And before you know it, it's like a whole farm. It's like a whole real farm. It's like the wildest thing. And we never imagined doing this. So, you know, for those that love to plan every aspect of their life, and I'm totally a planner, this was not in the plans. This was not in the plans. Being here, we were living in Florida, having a great life. And then we came here and we're like, all right, let's give this a shot. We'll do it part-time, but you can't be a part-time farmer. That's a hard thing to do. So we just keep spending, you know, time here and adding to the farm. And, you know, hopefully we can add more land and add more animals and add more land and add more animals, and we'll just keep building. And like I said in our last video, you got to be a builder in life, right? Be a carpenter, be a builder, be something, but keep on growing. Do things that can elevate you, elevate your mindset. That's one thing that we came across up this way, is like there's people that are thinking big, and there's a lot of people that are thinking small. They never left the town. They don't know what's outside the town. They don't know what's available to them, but man, there's a lot available. Today, you know, you can bring the world to you through YouTube. There's great opportunities for learning. There's great people. We hosted a workshop with Greg Judy. We got Joel Salatin coming next year, coming to our farm here in Greene, New York. You know, some people say he's coming to the middle of nowhere. It's like, yeah, that's where farms are. So, you know, you can go on the website too, wearefreedomfarms.com, and sign up for next year's workshop. But yeah, it's like this whole, if you build it, they will come baseball dream, you know, but it's a farming dream. And that's what we've been doing. Just build, 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 grow, 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 try, and just keep giving effort to what it is that we're doing, and every day we just keep seeing good growth. And again, I'm a planner, but this was something that we totally could not plan for. So we have to just embrace it and keep going with it, and not try to over manage and over navigate things, but just stay the path. And we've learned a tremendous amount about all different species of animals, how to raise turkeys versus chickens, meat chickens versus egg layers, pigs, how to handle piglets, how to handle full-grown pigs, feeder pigs, sows, boars, how to deal with male cows, bulls, steers, how to deal with the moms, how to recognize different medical conditions. All of these things we just learned by being open to learning and open to the experience. So it's cool that you could keep learning in your life. So don't ever get stagnant. Don't ever get to the point where you think, I got it, I know it, I'm good, because that is an absolute death sentence. I talk a lot too about being open-minded, trying new things, not saying this is the way I've always done it, this is the way my grandpa did it, this is the way my dad did it. That's old school. And I'm sure grandpa and I'm sure dad had some great ways of doing things. But you know what? You can also challenge some of your own beliefs too, and some of theirs as well. It's good, it's healthy, and just keep trying and just go for it. Whatever it is that you do in life, just go for it. Sometimes we worry so much about the outcome that we don't do things. But do things, the outcome will be what it'll be, and you'll adjust accordingly. So just keep going, just keep trying, and don't give up on that dream, whatever it is, no matter where you're at, no matter what age, no matter what stage. So anyway, that's a quick message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you apply it, most importantly, and we'll be seeing you soon. If you like the video, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us some comments down below. Let us know how you're feeling, what you're striving for, what you believe. And anyway, we like staying in touch with everybody. So have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good life. See ya.